Hello and welcome to Tales from the Crawlspace podcast. This is episode 3, Crazy Customers, part 2. Now, here is your host, Jack and Nick.
Okay, Adelphi, Maryland, where we were at doing that job with the naked lady and the Hispanics, is not a good part of town. And the apartments we were in were definitely not a good apartment complex. I mean, you can't walk through there at night without, losing your life or wallet or whatever. But as we were walking out, it was the middle of summer. It was a hot day, and we get those pop-up storms in the evening. And as we were leaving, we'd been there all day. There was this gigantic thunderhead cloud above, and it really just like sucked the sunlight out of the place. And it had been bright and sunny and clear all day until this pop-up storm showed up. So as we were walking out, Tommy goes, "Holy shit, it's dark out here." And everybody that's like cleaning their lowriders and buffing their wheels and stuff stopped and looked at us like we just said the worst thing ever. They all looked
at you all like, oh, what fuck did that cracker just say?
Exactly. I'm like, get to the fucking truck. We're going to die. So we went running for the truck, and I was like smacking him going, "Dude, shut your mouth." And he's like, "Oh man, I didn't even think about that." So yeah, that's my my three stories from the same job on the same day.
Yeah, that is a hell of a day.
It's a hell of a day.
Okay, so I got one final one, and I will clear up that comment I made about the Arby's sandwich, ladies. Not making fun of ladies' genitals, because men, half the time it looks like a blown out mushroom, or like when Bugs Bunny, puts his fingers on the double barrel shotgun and it goes like that. So that's what men's penises look like. So if that comment offended you, was not supposed to, but all genitalia kind of just looks weird. But anyways.
It's a silly.
Yeah, oh my God.
The silly putty battering ram.
So they kind of go similar to your story about being a bad area of town. We were out in the ghetto area of town, an awful area of town that I really don't like being in the afternoon, because that's when people start getting drunk. That's when the sun's out, because this is the middle of July that we're out here. And I am training my replacement on my route, just trying to get him ready, just trying to get him used to everything. So I'm letting him kind of, you get to spray. I'm going to walk with you. I'm going to watch you spray. And you're going to drive the truck around. I want you to get used to that, because this is his first time having a job like this. And I also want to sit in the passenger seat and sit on my phone and all of that, because I was like, he's doing pretty well. But we are doing a roach clean out, nasty roach clean out. It's a bed bug inspection. We get out. We're about to get back in the truck. We have to go drive and do some more apartments in this area. And this guy comes out, and he's like, "Y'all motherfuckers need to get out of here." I'm like, "What the hell?" And he's like, "Y'all need to get out of here. You guys don't need to be spraying that shit around us." Sir, we're out here. We're hired by the apartment complex to do this, blah, blah, blah. He's like, "I don't care. Y'all need to get the fuck out of here. We don't want y'all spraying that pest control shit, all those chemicals, fucking with our kids and everything." And he's mad. I mean, he is furious. I've never been in his apartment. I've never interacted with him. Never met this man. He is just mad, and he's walking towards us. So I look at my coworker, and I'm like, "All right, man, start the truck. Let's go." And so we're done. So I call my leasing office, and I'm like, or not my leasing office, but my our main office, and I'm like, "Yeah, we're not going back out there today. We can get contact with their office, and we'll get rescheduled out there. But we're for our safety, we're not doing that."
Oh no, yeah, I don't want to be assaulted just because I'm doing my job. I found out in a lot of bad neighborhoods that generally, like I said, if you got your uniform on, nobody messes with you. But you always got that oddball that wants to show their ass.
You're putting chemtrails in the air or something like that, trying to kill everybody.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
of course. That's how it works. I mean, how else can you do crowd control unless you have the, commercial airlines,
Yeah. No.
gassing us all.
All right. So do we want to move over to the Facebook post?
Uh,
We got two more.
well, I got
Okay.
two more. I got two more. Yeah,
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
this could be a 2-part episode. What I got is I went to this problem customer account in Annapolis. Guy was talking about being bit by bed bugs, and they were on his boat, and they were all over his house, and they were in his kitchen. He claims, and they were in his kitchen cabinet, and all these places. So I'm like, I'm not sure. It's no. So I get there, and he's like, "Man, you guys got to do something because my wife's going crazy. She's got these red bumps all over her skin." And he goes, so I went online and I bought this stuff. And he pulls out a pounded Dryone and a quart bottle of Demon. And he's like, I bought these and I treated the whole house. I'm like, do you know how to use that stuff? He goes, well, my wife said she was getting bit when she was sitting on the couch. So I put this powder stuff under all the cushions and under the rugs.
God.
And I'm like, no. I said, you can't do that. And he goes, oh, I'll clean it up. And he fires up the vacuum cleaner, and this big, huge cloud of Dryone comes blowing out of the back of the vacuum. And I make a run for the door because I'm not breathing that shit in. And I get outside the door. I'm like, I'm surprised that your plants are still alive, much less you and your wife. I'm not touching this account. That's just not going to happen. We're going to leave. So I got back to the office. I get a call the next morning. It was on the voicemail overnight. Man, I'm really sorry about that. If I clean everything up, will you come by and take care of this problem for me? I'm like, sir. No, I called him back. I said, sir, first of all, no, we're not gonna. Second of all, those red bumps that you and your wife have, that's a skin reaction to the pesticide that you've put everywhere in your house. That's got nothing to do with any insects biting you. You're getting a skin reaction from Dryone dust. That stuff gets in your pores and you're going to get irritated. You need to have a professional company come biohazard clean that, because that's not not healthy.
That is a hazard zone right there.
Right. So he cussed at me and hung up the phone, and I canceled his account. Okay, my last one is kind of a segue into maybe what we think might be next episodes, our next episode about nasty accounts, if that's what we decide we want to do. And, maybe we'll put it on our Facebook page and then the Pest Control Humor Depot, see what people think. But Woodstock, Virginia, down in the country, down along Back Mountain Road, right along the eastern face of the Appalachian Mountain Range in the Shenandoah Valley, there's this little house this guy rented out. And the man that lives there is a gelatinously large man. Drives one of those little hover around scooters all over the place because I don't know if he can get out of his own way or walk or anything, because he was sitting playing original Nintendo in the kitchen, and he got no shirt on, and he's sweaty and he's greasy, and the whole place smells like old ham. And he goes, yeah, I got a problem in my bathroom, man. I got flies all over the place. And I'm like, oh, okay, which bathroom? Oh, the one right around the corner here on the first floor. I got to use that one because I can't get up the steps. I'm like, okay, no problem. I'll go take a look. I open the door to the bathroom, and what I see is like he backed his ass just inside the door and had explosive diarrhea because it was on the floor, on the face of the toilet, on the underside of the seat of the toilet, on the wall around the toilet, and up on the ceiling. And I don't know how he pulled this off, but it was pretty slick. He did. I looked around the whole bathroom, and there was shit above the door jamb inside the bathroom. Like he would have had to it kind of had to make a full U-turn to hit the poop on the top of the inside of the bathroom door. And I just retched a little bit, and I backed out. I'm like, figured out what your fly problem is. He goes, oh yeah, man. No, I gotta clean that up. I'm like, well, yeah, that's why you're having flies. When you clean that up, The flies won't be in there.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought maybe you could spray something. No. There's nothing I can spray that's gonna compete with what you've got going all over that bathroom. And I wanted to ask him, dude, how did you manage to shit above the door on the inside of the bathroom? How'd that happen? But I didn't ask him. I wanted to.
It's like that scene from Daddy Daycare where the kid is like, I missed. And he's like, what do you mean? I missed. And it's, that's what was going in my mind the whole entire time I was watching. I think it was Eddie Murphy. Look at the bathroom, like,
Oh, okay. So that was my crazy customer and disgusting house story, which I've got tons of disgusting houses. One involves a Nazi guy with a picture of Hitler above his bed.
Holy shit.
So yeah, that'll be a good story for another episode. But I think what we want to get to is on Brad Harvey's Pest Control Humor Depot page, I asked for top 10 batshit crazy customer quotes. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And we got a lot more than 10, but I'm going to do the top 10. Let me make sure I count correctly, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now, number 10, with a total of 3 votes, was, what happened to the last guy? Can I have some sticky traps? And, that's fine. But one thing I don't like is the one text that like, oh, here, I'm just going to leave you with a couple bait boxes, or here's some glue boards. Do what you want with them. No, because they put them in places that aren't useful. And then they got stories about how the dog got it stuck on them and crap like that. So, no, the last guy apparently wasn't doing the job right, or they moved him to another route. That's why I'm here.
Yeah. With the guy who was on my route before, sweetest guy ever, but he did anything like that. He would do stuff for free. So I got people that are like, why aren't you going to do this for me? And I'm like, because it costs extra. This ain't the old guy anymore. And everybody's like, oh man, you move so much faster than the last guy. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm also not like I'm in my 60s or 70s doing pest control. Like, I'm 22. I can move pretty fast.
Right. Oh, that brings up something I'm gonna say real quick, man. You got the service done so quick. Well, I've been doing it 23 years. I've kind of got it down to a science. And then, you got to. We're paying so much for a service. Well, yeah, you're paying for 23 years of experience. You're not paying for me to drag my feet around the outside of your house. If I walk slower, all I'm doing is wasting time, and I'm still getting the same job done. So, you're paying me for my experience, not the actual minutes. Mm-hmm. So that's my viewpoint. All right. What's the next one? What's number 9 we got?
Number 9, use that rat spray. Salesman didn't correct them.
Oh my God.
I've never had a salesman say something about it, but I've had plenty of people. Y'all got anything? Does that spray work against for rats? I'm like, nope.
Can you come by and spray for my mice? No, no spray for mice. It's just not how it works. And salesman. Okay. Well, I mentioned at the beginning of the show that I had a salesman issue at Big T. And it was this guy who was a salesman for Verizon, had no pest control experience whatsoever. And he said a good selling point would be if you bring firewood in your house, that you're going to get termites because you brought them in with the wood. That's not how that works.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that one out.
I walked to his office and I closed the door. I said, look, I'm a service manager. You're a sales manager. We're on the same level here. But what the fuck are you thinking? He goes, what? Yeah. It's a great service angle. No, it's not. You look like an idiot. Go back to selling cell phones. So, all right. Number 8. I'm not crazy. I know what I saw. And that got 4 votes. Yeah, Google experts. We've got, up north, we got fire ants. No, you don't. You may have citronella ants. You may have tawny colored carpenter ants. We don't have fire ants up here. They haven't gotten up here to Pennsylvania yet. And but they're not crazy. They know what they saw. They looked it up on Google. Everybody's a Google expert.
Yep. Bed bugs. They flew in through my vents.
Oh, of course they did.
Sure they did. It's not because you and your friend in the same apartment complex is sharing a vacuum cleaner. That's not what it is. And y'all are transporting them back and forth between each other.
No.
Real account that we have to deal with.
Oh, wow. God.
Yeah.
What we got?
And he knew more about bed bugs than I did. And I'm like, man, I thought I was wearing the shirt and the hat and driving the pest control truck, all of that. But apparently you know more than I do.
Yeah,
so.
well, I may not be a pest control guy, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night. Remember that commercial? I'm not a doctor, but I stayed at the Holiday Inn Express last night. Yeah, that's Google experts. Fucking hate Google experts.
Mm-hmm.
What we got for number 7?
I needed to come treat the whole house again. I see dead bugs outside.
I can't.
Which, or I see there's dead bugs everywhere. Okay, are you? Thank you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm supposed to do.
My response is, dead's the way we like them.
Yeah. Okay, that's pretty good. That's the way we like them.
Yeah. All you gotta do is sweep them up. They're dead. They're not going to attack you. You're good. They're dead. That's what we want.
There's just so many ones I find inside dead. Okay, well, I can go around a few in your entire house, point out all the window seals, your door seals, all cracks and crevices they may be coming in, and you can get them fixed. That's pretty much all I can do for you. I can't stop them from coming in.
Right.
Not completely. I can kill them, but
yeah, I'll tell them, if you don't fix these holes, all we're doing is harvesting. We're not solving your problem.
Yep.
All right. Number 6. Where are you seeing activity? Everywhere. Yeah, thanks for being specific.
Yeah, where are you seeing activity? Everywhere.
And it's like, well, 3 years ago, I had ants over there, and my kid said he saw a cricket over there on his 5th birthday. He's 16 now. That kind of thing. And I had that happen a lot when I was pest control supervisor for the 2nd largest school system in the country. And I'd get these work orders. Teacher saw an ant in the classroom. It's a big classroom. Can you be a little more specific? One ant. They saw one ant, and they wouldn't tell me where. And we were working 1 to 9:30 p.m. because we did our work when the kids were out of school. So usually the teachers, if it was my first or second account, I could catch the teacher while they're in the classroom. But usually after that, everybody's gone. So I have to try to be Sherlock. And I've got a picture of my shirt, my exterminator shirt. It says exterminator. It's a funny shirt. I'll take a picture and post it on the page because I think it's kind of funny. And it's kind of based on this, that, we're taking very little information from people with questionable intelligence and making magic happen, basically. So, yeah, everywhere. Thanks for being specific.
That is really what it is.
Yeah. Number 5.
At 6 p.m., if you can't have a tech out here today, I'm calling someone else.
Let me recommend a company for you.
Yeah. Which we're not even open at. Our phones don't take calls after 6.
Right.
So, or after 5, actually. So, sorry.
I got to tell you, I cannot stress the benefit of a Google Voice number if you have to use your own phone for work. Get a Gmail address if you don't generally have Gmail. Get a Google Voice number and call your customers from that.
Yep. I'm not giving my phone number out. I try to do my best. I don't answer the phone. I don't know if you're just calling me about my car extended warranty. I don't want to hear about it.
Oh, man, I had fun with that one time. But yeah, I tell you, I will not use my own number. I use Google Voice because I could turn it on Do Not Disturb on the weekends. I don't want somebody calling me at 3 o'clock in the morning. I just had a cockroach run across my television while I was watching porn. Don't tell me that at 3 o'clock. I'm not going to come out. So.
Oh, that reminds me of a story. I don't think I've told it here. I got to.
Okay, good. But yeah, at 6 p.m., you want to call somebody else? Call somebody else. Go on with it. That's fine.
Yeah.
Number 4. I've got bugs everywhere. I'm losing my mind. I want the bugs gone, but I don't want you to use pesticides. What else can you do? Well, I could grab my flute and try to Pied Piper them motherfuckers out of your house and see if that works. Ask them politely.
Pray the bugs away.
Well,
I don't
hey,
really
if
know.
praying works to bring back dead moms, maybe it'll work to, maybe it'll work to get rid of your bugs. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm a nature lover. Don't hurt the bugs. Let's just pick them up and take them out in the yard and let them go. And one lady told me that about a spider, and halfway through the sentence, I stepped on it. She's like, I'm like, I'm pest control. That's kind of what I do. And that was old school, just so you know. That's old school, stepping on them.
I'm the exterminator.
That's right. I'm the exterminator.
That's like that's like the people that have the "do not solicit" signs outside their house. And this not be offensive against any religious people, but like Jehovah's Witnesses or Mormons will see it and be like, "We're not soliciting. We're just giving you something for free." And it's just the same thing with bugs. You have to have the sign on your front door that says "No bugs,"
exactly.
And then they won't come in.
It's just like the war on drugs. They make drugs illegal, so nobody does them anymore. So no bugs. You won't have any bugs in your house. That's how it works. Lovely. All right, we're at the top 4 now. What we got for 4? All right, we're at the top 3. Number 3, I'm going to cancel after you're done, so go ahead and spray extra good. I get that with like these restaurants. They have the Department of Health threatening to shut them down, so they're like, they want us to come in and do a clean out, and then they'll cancel right after the job's done, so they can have the certification that there was a service done, but they don't want to maintain paying for service. I'm not doing that. No.
Yeah, and I've had people be like, "Yeah, we're about to cancel after you," and I'm like, "Okay, so why would I spray extra good? Like, I'm going to do a good job. I wanted to try to keep your account, but if you're really looking at leaving us that much, then I'm not going to fight that hard for you.
I'm not killing myself for you. No."
Yeah.
All right, what we got for number 2?
I just don't understand why you haven't gotten rid of these roaches. Lives in a festering dumpster. Yeah, so those type of people that have their house just nasty as hell, don't clean up anything that they have, and then they like, why aren't these roaches gone? Because you're not helping.
Well, if you live on a turd truck, there's nothing I can do for the flies, no matter how much I spray.
Yeah,
just like that dude's bathroom. Ain't a damn thing I can do.
No, it's like these had these 4 apartments attached to each other, and they're all having roaches, and have 1 or 2 of them that aren't cleaning like I tell them to. So I'm like, we're not going to get rid of roaches for these 2 units over here because these 2 units over here aren't clean. I don't know. I got to tell the customers themselves that. I got to tell the apartment complex, but still, it's like, you're not helping me, so I can't help these other people, and everybody's in Schitt's Creek because of you.
Yeah. That disgusting people, and they think we have the magic wand. So, all right, number 1 with 27 votes. Why are there dead bugs everywhere? Isn't that what you paid me to do?
Yeah, that's when you just have that real long.
And look at him with the face. What the fuck? What? Yeah,
like, are you a window licker? Are you like?
Did you eat pan chips as a child?
Yeah. Do you go sniff the pesticide after I leave? Like, explain. Stupid.
He reminds me of Tommy Boy. Did you eat paint chips as a child? He went, ha, ha, ha. Why?
I haven't watched that movie in a while. I need to find that somewhere.
That's a good one. Yeah. So yeah, we have a Reddit submission, or did you read that? Didn't you? I'd rather.
No, I haven't got to that one yet.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, let me get that pulled up real quick. We are having a little technical difficulties on this episode, but that is okay.
Yeah, I'm going to be spending a lot. There'll be a lot of editing, so it'll sound really good at the end product, but it's going to be it's a dumpster fire so far with connections and stuff.
That's okay. We're working on it. We'll keep getting better with it.
Oh yeah, definitely. I've got to figure out. I'm in an apartment, and the router's on the opposite end of the apartment, so sometimes my internet wants to take a shit on me. So
Hey, we'll get it figured out. When I get my computer up and running, I'll take some of the editing away from you, so you don't have to be dealing with it 24/7.
Awesome. That's cool. Teamwork, buddy. Teamwork. All right. It's time for our Reddit submission. I know you're getting a Reddit page set up, and we've already got some people sending in stories. What did they send to you? I think it was his name on Reddit was Sam Squant Shit.
Yes, it was.
Okay. What do you have to say?
All right. So he's got two for us. The first one is a lady who called our office and told the secretary that something had been eating her plants outside of her property. So I show up to check it, and it's wood rats, not gophers like my original suspicion. Lady flips out and wonders why I didn't bring poison bait stations. I told her I thought it might have been gophers, but I can come back out and bring some bait stations. She said, I've been living here 40 years. I know what needs to be done. I've had moles eating my plants. You should have brought bait stations.
Now, if this woman actually said moles, she has no idea what she's talking about. I mean, It's M, meat, moles. They eat worms and grubs. V, vegetable voles. They are the ones that eat the plants. So that's like the old
she
Southern
thinks she knows what she's...
Oh, no, another Google expert.
Yeah, another Google expert, always. All right, second one. A coworker had to go deal with a hoarder. She had rats getting in. She apparently didn't speak English nor Spanish. Luckily, we have a guy who speaks Mandarin. She didn't speak that neither. She spoke... Cantonese? Cantonese, there we go. We can edit that. She spoke Cantonese. So this guy calls his dad to speak to her. According to her dad, her Cantonese was terrible, like talking to a toddler.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lovely. You can't even speak your own native language properly. Fantastic.
Yeah, there's some people that you just talk to and you're like, can you even speak English to me? Like, I don't even know what you're saying half the time.
Yeah, no, I've found some people with a horrible command of the English language. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, this was a good show after all our troubles and connection issues, which we will edit out. But I want to, first of all, Nick, thank you for, being my partner on the show, because it's awesome. And I love the perspective you bring to it. Thanks, Brad Harvey at the Pest Control Humor Depot page, because we've got a lot of input from that page, as well as, Reddit, which I'm really looking forward to a lot of good stuff coming from there.
Oh, yeah. Always get good stories from it.
Hell yeah. Instagram, TFTC Podcast. Twitter is at Crawlspace Tales, because apparently TFTC Podcast was taken by someone else for some reason. I don't know what the hell. So that's Crawlspace Tales. Tales from the Crawlspace at gmail.com. We are on just about every single podcast site you can think of, from Amazon, which uses Audible, Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, TuneIn. I got us on TuneIn Radio as well. I'd say there's about 15 different podcast sites that we are on now. And I know that the metrics that we get on Anchor, which is awesome, because we had 109 listens for episode 2 in the past week, which I thought was great. But I think that's not counting all the other ones that Anchor doesn't actually monitor. They only monitor.
Really? That's
they
awesome.
only monitor 6 of them, and I think that's where they're getting the count from. All the other ones, I submit the RSS feed link, and it pulls from there. So I don't know. I don't know if they're measuring from all the other ones or not. Maybe we're getting more listens. I hope we are. But so far, still 109 in a week. That's awesome for just starting out and being such a niche market, with, pest control being, not everybody in the world wants to hear about pest control. So just having so many people, such a contained market, with that many listeners, I think it's great. And I want to see that number keep going up, because I really enjoy doing the podcast. I enjoy working with you, Nick, and it's fun. And what do you think should be? Do you think we should do nasty customers next week?
I think we can get more episodes out of the crazy customers, and we can always have stories out of nasty customers. So I think that's always a good way to go.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, people, everybody out there, submit it on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Gmail, Reddit, however you can. Let's hear about your nasty customers. Let's hear about your crazy customers. The more detailed the story, the better, because I really love hearing about all the nasty, crazy stuff that happens. So really look forward to hearing some submissions. I've got a guy I work with named Miguel, and he wants to come on the podcast. He's been doing pest control in New York City for 23 years, and he's going to have some seriously crazy and nasty stories for us sometimes. So, Miguel, I'm coming for you. We're going to get you on the show. He's like, man, I got stories, all kinds of stories. So we're going to get Miguel on the show. But Nick, do you have anything else you want to add?
No, just thank you, Jack, for everything you do with editing the podcast, putting everything on social media platforms. Jack is doing a majority of the work right now. He's doing awesome with it. I mean, he's the one who had the idea for the podcast, and I really appreciate what you're doing and appreciate hosting this podcast. Man,
it's been a ball. I look forward to many, many, many more episodes. So that
we'll have them. I do have one. You talking about your coworker Miguel, Brandon. I have a friend named Brandon out there. He works in pest control. He's probably going to be listening to this episode sometime this week. We're getting you on a show, buddy. I'm going to Snapchat you after this, but I know you got some.
Well, I'll tell you, the good thing about Anchor and how we record these is that even if you just have a little one-on-one with him and you record it, we can put it in, we can edit it and put it in the podcast. So whenever he's available, if he's not available when we generally record, you can get him in on a separate one with you and him, and we can definitely put it in there. So however it works for you and Brandon, that's perfect.
And if you guys want to be on the podcast with Anchor, it is very easiest for record. You can record off your phone. I am doing that off of my phone right now. So you don't have to have a supercomputer to do it. All you have to do is have a smartphone.
Exactly. Cool. Well, everybody, thank you for listening. This will be broken up into 2 episodes, which you'll get this at the end of the second episode. So I'll probably say it again for the first one when I edit it out. But this has gone for over an hour. So we're going to break this up into part 1 and part 2 to make it bite-sized. But thank you very much for listening. We hope to hear some good reviews about this. And Nick, thank you, sir. And I hope you guys have a fantastic evening. And thanks. See y'all later. Thanks for listening to Tales from the Crawlspace podcast. You can find us on just about every single podcast outlet there is online. So be sure to subscribe, and we'll have a new episode next week. Don't forget, you can find us on Instagram at TFTC Podcast, on Twitter at Crawlspace Tales, and you can also find us on Facebook at the Pest Control Humor Depot. See you next week.